Spoilers. Brick's shocking deal with Sonny's attacker. Twice unmasked, one final betrayal changes everything. Port Charles is no stranger to danger, betrayal, and impossible secrets. But this time, it's not just Sonny Corinthos' life on the line. It's his legacy. General Hospital is setting the stage for a dramatic crescendo, and at the center of it all is Brick, the loyal tech-savvy enforcer whose own secrets may change the game for good. When Sonny is attacked not once, but twice, Brick uncovers the truth and then does the unthinkable. He makes a deal with the perpetrator. Who is behind the strikes against Port Charles's most formidable mobster, and why is Brick protecting them? Let's dive into this explosive, 4,000-word breakdown of the coming storm. It all started on a rainy night in Port Charles. Sonny had just left the Metro Court after a tense run-in with Ava and Dante. He took the back alley to avoid cameras and reporters, but what waited for him in the shadows was no petty thief. It was an ambush, fast, brutal, and calculated. Shots rang out. Sonny took cover, retaliating with precise return fire, but the attacker was gone in seconds. No cameras caught the face. No evidence was left behind. But one man was already suspicious, Brick. Brick knew something was off. This wasn't random. This was personal. Someone knew Sonny's blind spots and the holes in his security. Brick launched his own investigation behind the scenes, careful not to tip off the wrong people, especially with the rising tension between Sonny and Jason and the mystery surrounding Pikeman. What he found sent chills down his spine. After tracing the trajectory of the bullets and accessing a heavily encrypted burner phone signal that pinged from the alley, Brick came face to face with the unthinkable. The first attacker was someone from inside their world, Dex Heller. But why would Dex, the man Sonny once trusted, turn on him? Turns out, Dex was backed into a corner. With Jocelyn cutting ties, Michael turning cold, and Carly distancing herself from mob matters, Dex had no anchor. But the truth was worse. He had never stopped working for someone else. Brennan, still operating from the shadows after Pikeman's exposure, had promised Dex something he desperately wanted: protection for his mother, who was being held overseas by a silent faction of Pikeman loyalists. Dex had no choice but to make Sonny a target again. Brick confronted Dex, ready to take him out, but then he didn't. In a dark warehouse at the edge of the docks, Brick made his first secret deal. He'd let Dex live on one condition. Dex would become a double agent, feeding Brennan false intel while giving Brick and Anna breadcrumbs to dismantle the remaining arms of Pikeman from the inside. Dex agreed. He swore loyalty again. But Brick didn't tell Sonny. He didn't tell Jason. Not even Carly. This was his play, and it would either save Sonny or kill them all. Weeks passed. Sonny recovered. The official story was that the attack was random and life tried to return to normal. But then it happened again. This time, it was worse. Sonny was nearly killed in a car explosion outside a safe house, one only a few people knew about. Dex was in the clear. He was in Paris on Brennan's trail. So, who had pulled the strings this time? Brick knew. There was another traitor. Brick dug deeper, calling in favors, leaning on past alliances. Then came a code breach. Someone had cloned his phone, accessed encrypted files, and monitored his location logs. The signal led to someone else entirely. Christina Corinthos Davis. Yes, Sonny's own daughter. It didn't make sense at first. Brick arranged a covert meeting with Alexis. He asked subtle questions. Alexis had her suspicions too. Christina had become erratic, paranoid. Her phone showed calls from blocked numbers she couldn't explain. The truth unraveled with terrifying clarity. Christina had been manipulated, not brainwashed, not drugged, but emotionally blackmailed by someone claiming to be protecting her from Sonny's true nature. The voice on the other end? A woman. Untraceable. Cold. Nellie Benson Jerome. Yes, General Hospital is going there. Nellie, long presumed dead, had survived the fall. Cared for and trained by an international syndicate obsessed with dismantling the Corinthos empire, Nellie had re-entered the chessboard. And her new pawn was Christina. Nellie told Christina that Sonny had been behind Harmony's mental breakdown. She spun a tale of buried secrets, blaming Sonny for every pain Christina ever experienced. Christina, still grappling with guilt over Molly's recent tragedy, fell under her spell. The second attack was Nellie's plan. Christina didn't push the button, but she gave Nellie the route. The safe house. The timing. Brick confirmed it all. And he was heartbroken. What does a man like Brick do with this information? He didn't go to Sonny. Not yet. Instead, he made a second deal, this time with Christina. In a Camelot church on the outskirts of town, Brick confronted her with the evidence. Christina collapsed, sobbing. She didn't want her father to die, but she had believed she was saving herself. Nellie had warped her world. Brick offered her a choice: go public and destroy Sonny, or go underground, help him stop Nellie from striking again. Christina chose redemption. But secrets don't stay buried forever. Jason found Brick sneaking out of the Corinthos compound at midnight. The tension boiled over. A gun was drawn. Brick had to confess, both identities, both deals. Dex. Christina. Nellie. Jason was livid, but not with Brick. With himself. He had been so focused on controlling Sonny's fallout, he'd missed the deeper war. Jason made a call to Anna, then to Carly. The Corinthos family prepared for war. As Christina re-entered Sonny's orbit, pretending ignorance, Brick coordinated the trap. Dex returned with proof of Nellie's whereabouts, Istanbul. Carly and Drew arranged the safe house. Anna secured extradition documents under WSB cover. But Nellie didn't run. She walked into Port Charles. During a live recording of Christina's foundation event, broadcast across social media, Nellie took the stage, posing as a trauma victim, a survivor of mob corruption. With the world watching, she said one name, Sonny Corinthos. And then everything unraveled. In the chaos, Christina stood up and spoke the truth. She named Nellie. She owned her role in the betrayal. Sonny watched, heartbroken but proud. His daughter had come home. Nellie fled, but Brick was ready. Dex cornered her at the docks. Jason arrived for the final confrontation. But it was Brick who stopped Jason from pulling the trigger. She's not the real enemy, Brick said. She's the final piece. Brick revealed Nellie's ultimate contact, a mysterious woman in Berlin known only as Salisky, the same name connected to the experimental drug that nearly killed Willow last year. Nellie was just one of many. Brick is no longer just the man behind the tech. He's become a power broker in his own right. Jason and Sonny are reevaluating every part of their empire. Christina is seeking therapy and working with Anna to reform the legal system for manipulated victims. And Nellie? She's in WSB custody, but her silence is chilling. Because in her last whisper to Brick, she said, "You think I'm the only one? Watch your back."